What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. In this video we're going to be talking about the 3622. This is not going to be a review. This is going to be just the first look and looking at if it held air overnight, because this air rifle, this brand new air rifle from Crosman, does not have a pressure gauge. So there's no way that I can know if it leaked or not. So that's the first thing that I'm going to test. But I made a video talking about what is Crosman thinking with this, because these are about 150. They're about 219 with the pump that I bought. I made a video talking about what is Crosman thinking, because they left off any way to mount an optic, and then it doesn't have a pressure gauge, doesn't have a regulator, doesn't even have an adjustable trigger. The quality is already a little bit questionable, but I still ordered one because I love Crosman air guns, and that's I shouldn't have took that off. It's got a little quick detach hood on here. Some might call that loose, but well, let's just leave it off. Anyway, I like Crosman air guns, but I wanted to get one really quick so that if it sucked, I could let you guys know. So the first thing we're going to do really quickly is just check and see if this thing even held air overnight. And the Crosman pump out of the box, it's a made in China, rebranded made in China pump. Out of the box didn't work, so I know a little bit more about PCP hand pumps now. I spent about 2 or 3 hours yesterday figuring out why it wouldn't work, and I finally found the seal. Luckily they send you a bunch of extra seals, but I finally found the seal, but right out of the box the pump didn't work. To protect your fill port, you've got this nice sturdy piece of anywho. So it's looking like it did hold pressure at least. I'm not going to go any further. Another thing about this pump is this gun is only designed to go to 2,000. But your gauge on your pump goes all the way to 4,000 in the green. That right there is going to cause some young people who are not as experienced with PCPs to overpump this thing, and this is the pump that they sell specifically for this. Alright guys, this is not a review again, this is just the initial look. I really want to shoot this thing for a few weeks before making a review video. I really want to learn it, but let's go ahead and test the trigger pull weight, because this trigger is not adjustable, so this is going to be what it is unless you take it apart and void the warranty. So it is a plastic trigger. I shot it a little bit yesterday. I really didn't mind it. Do I got my safe off? Yep. I really didn't mind the trigger. It is plastic though. So 5 pounds 10 ounces. So almost a 6-pound trigger pull out of the box. The stock, everything's really lightweight. This thing probably weighs the same as a 2100 Daisy 880. This is how light this gun is, which could be good for a hunting gun. It could be bad for somebody wanting a higher quality piece. Now my sights are off. I know that from shooting it yesterday, and I didn't adjust it, but I think I have a big enough piece of cardboard out there that I'll still be on paper. So I'm just going to shoot some Crosman 14.3s. Again, maybe don't judge the accuracy of this rifle off of this group, because this is the first pellet that I've tried out of this thing. But really small gun. I'm about 5'9", a little bit bigger than average, and this thing is tiny. So this might be a good first PCP. If it had a fill gauge on it, or if it was about $50 cheaper, I would be super excited about this thing. But it's missing some components, but it still might be cool for a first time PCP shooter, especially a little fella. But let's shoot a quick 5-shot group, and I've got to get my day started. Hope we're on paper. Again, I wish this thing had a steel breech so I could mount a scope on here, because it looks like it's going to be fairly accurate. And this is just 15 yards. It's pretty loud. It's a pretty loud air gun. I'm sure Terry at Buck Reel will make some stuff. Gosh, I hope we're on paper. I'm not seeing nothing. I've got about a 3-foot piece of cardboard. The rear sights, you can flip it and use leaf or the little ghost ring peep sight. I think I'm just going to use the ghost ring on this one. Works pretty good with that quick detach front hood. Well, let me go check that target out and see if I was even on paper. See if I need to do this again. You're supposed to be able to get about 25 usable shots out of this. Again, there's no way to know because you don't have a gauge, but 25 shots is good, especially how quick you can pump this thing up. If the pump worked, if your pump works out of the box. I'll be right back. I'm gonna quit talking. So yeah, not mind-blowingly accurate at 15 yards. That is the first pellet that I've tried through there, but I wanted to try some Crosman pellets first. That is the first pellet I've tried through there. This gun probably needs 50 or 60 shots before it kind of breaks in. It kind of burns off all that extra assembly lube and all of that stuff. And normally air guns require a little bit of a break-in, but that's about 1.5 inches at 15 yards with their pellets. Maybe don't judge it on that group 2 because it's early in the morning. I'm kind of in a hurry a little bit. I got a bunch to do today, but not super accurate out of the box either. Let me know what you guys think about the 3622 down in the comments section. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Plastic breech, plastic rear sight, plastic barrel bands, plastic stock, plastic trigger, plastic front sight. Just a little piece of rubber covering the fill port. Non-adjustable trigger. No regulator, no fill gauge. No way to mount a scope. I'll see you guys later.